morning, peeps. Hope you are all well and enjoying this slightly cooler weather. I'm certainly glad of a break from the heat. Not that I'm moaning when it's nice and warm. It's nice to have some sunshine. Right, today I'm going to play with the braille. I've not used this for a little while, so I'm going to do a bit of an inky background using. I'll try something a bit different today. Try and get a different sort of background. So I'm using Distress Inks, not oxides, and I've got my worn lipstick and my Villainous Potion, which I'm going to try and bind together, and Versifying Glare for stamping, as always. I may introduce a little bit of this Ink It Jelly Bean. It's a very bright pink colour. I might do a few little splashes with that. And I found this in my drawer today. I was looking for something in my drawer and found this bit of mesh. Well, a whole massive piece of it. I just cut this little bit off. Whether it'll work trying to put something through that or not, I don't know, because it is very, very fine, as you can see. So whether I'll get an effect from that or not, I don't know. And I'm going to use one of these bathroom scrunchies to try and remove some of the colour. You'll see what I mean when I use it. Rather than using a tissue, which will take a lot of colour back out, this will just add a bit of texture and take a little bit of colour out. But you'll see what I mean by that. And I'm also going to be using this pink ink stamp. I love this. And it is coming up towards Halloween. Not that cats are necessarily anything to do with Halloween, they're not. But it's just got a Halloweeny feel to it. Probably because it did come out during Halloween a couple of years ago. But I do love this stamp, and you do get many on this set as well. And I'm going to be using the main feature and one of the cats and one of the sentiments from this set. I've already put those on my stamping blocks ready to go. Sentiment, cat and cat lady. They're all ready to go. I've got my gel press, which is the smaller one, the 5x7 inch one, which is 12.5 centimetres by 17, nearly 18 centimetres. Yeah, that's my gel press. I've got that out on my table ready to use. It's nice and clean, ready to go. I have an A5 card as usual, 15 by 21 centimetres. I've done my mat as 13.5 by 18.5, and my topper is 13 by 18. So I'll give myself a small border, nothing too big, and then that'll give me room at the bottom to put my sentiment when I'm ready. Okay, so let's have a go at creating a nice, well, background, see where it goes. Start with the pink, see where this goes. As always, I never know what's going to happen with my cards. I never know what they're going to come out like until they do. If they're bad, they're bad. That's okay. I'll try for next time to do one better, but generally we get what we get. So let's see. Most of the time they do come out good, and I'm happy with them. So I'm going to lay some pink down first. I want to try and get it quite dark, because that Villainous Potion is very dark. So I want to try and make sure I've got a good bit of pink underneath. And I think that's okay. I've got a piece of scrap card at the side of my hair, so I can rub the brayer onto it. Obviously I've used these colours before. I always keep my scrap card with my brayer when I've used it previously. Obviously I'm fond of pink and purple. Right, done it before. Purple. Right, I don't want to go too much with this. So I've only, as you can see, I've let it's gone on, but it's patchy, which is kind of what I want, because I want to go across, but briefly. So I want some of the purple to stand out, but not too much. I still want to see some of that pink. And I think I'm going to go across this way as well. Perhaps it'll come out patchy, I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what it does. Right, let's just rub that off. Now then, this was what I was planning to do, using this and my bit of, where's my mesh gone? Oh, it disappears. You can't see it when you put it down. Let's do it that way, so we've got diamond shapes. Don't know how this is going to, I don't know what's going to happen with this, but let's go with it. And to kind of hold it down, I'm just going to squish out some of the colour. Whether it's giving me a pattern or not, I do not know. I'm hoping it does, but we'll see. But if I use tissue, I just think it'll take too much out. But this being very fine, I don't even know if it's going to show. I think I can see a little bit of pattern on there. It looks like there might be a little bit of, yeah, netting sort of pattern on there. Right, so I'm going to use a bit of this to splash some colour over. With water it down. I've got a bit in my palette. It's very vibrant this, so I am going to water it down a bit. Right, let's see. Don't want too much. Right, let's see what happens with that. Okay, right, there's my card. Let's say that's my topper, 13 by 18. I think I should just about cover the whole thing, hopefully. I can never ever get this on straight, although saying that, the jelly plate itself's not straight. So I'm going to end up with a bit of a border there, aren't I? I might have to cut that off. I may have to cut that bit off. I don't want any white on the end. Oops. Right, let's have a look what we've got. Oh yeah, it's created some pattern on there. Very faintly. But I have got that crissy-crossy netting sort of thing going on there, haven't I? Ooh, I'm liking that. Quite like that. There's definitely some texture there, isn't there? Ziggy zaggies, and you can see the pink under the purple, and I hope you can see that anyway. It's got some kind of a texture. I'm going to try and keep it quite simple today. I'm thinking of doing a reflection as well, but I don't know yet. If I do a reflection, I've got to do that first, I think, because, let me cut that edge off, because that is not going to bode well having a white edge on it. Let's get as close to there as we can. That's it. Let's get rid of that. Put that out of the way. Right, so before we go any further, I think let's have a look at where this stamp's going to come to. So if I can put her, I want her in full. Oh, so just about where them spots end. That was a good guess. That was a good guess. So if I do my reflection from there down, okay, which is not going to be a lot. So I'm going to use my gel press again for this, and I'm going to ink up just the bottom part of her legs, I think, because I don't think I'll get much more on there. I don't think there'll be much more than that. Let's have a look. If I do it, yeah, perhaps a bit more. I'm trying to think where she'll be about there. So I need to come off at the tail there. So if I put that about there, place it on very carefully, push it down a little bit so that you get the full print, and then lift it off very carefully, straight up if you can. Right, so that's going to be my reflection bit, so I'm going to put that on there, and I think I'm going to go about there. Let's hope I've got this right, because I don't want to be chopping her head off at the top, that's for sure. Right, so we've got the reflection. Let's just wipe that. Don't like to leave anything on. My hands are turning blue from this cloth. Obviously needs a good wash. Right. So that's the reflection. So she is going to be, oh, that's okay. I've got plenty of room without chopping her head off. Okie dokie. So I think I might put this on my platform now, because it's quite a large stamp, and if I don't get it right, I need to be able to stamp it again, and I don't want to be double stamping and getting, I do want to be double stamping, I don't want to be getting double lines. So I'm going to put her on here, the old stamping platform. I remember years ago my friend suggested me using one of these, and I'm like, nah, I can't see that being any good. I'd sooner stamp it out myself, until I tried it. Game changer, and I've never looked back since. So right, I'm going to put that about there, tippy toe to tippy toe. So it's going to look, actually, it's going to look like she's standing in the puddle. So I'm actually going to join it on like that. Okay, let's put these around to hold that in place. Hopefully that will. Still got that blooming frog in my throat. I can't seem to shift it. Right, I think this will take a couple of attempts, because it is a large stamp and it is all silhouette. So I think I might need to stamp this one a couple of times. Okay. Make sure it all soaks in. Let's have a look what we've got. Oh, not bad. What have I got on there? Obviously got a little speck of dust or something on there. Get rid of that. It's left a little ring around it. I want it to be nice and dark. So the reflection looks a little bit lighter, because it would be in the water anyway, wouldn't it? She's just dancing around in the street, splishy splashing in puddles, having fun. There you go. pussycat leader. Let's put that out of the way up there for now. While I've got this out, I might as well do the cat as well, hadn't I? Ah, now then the cat. Yes, I'm going to have to do his reflection as well, aren't I? So, again, I'm using my gel press. Let me move. Oh, how am I going to do this? I think I've got a small one I'm going to use for this cat, I think. Not that. I'm not going to say that. Give me 1 second to go and get me if I can find it, if I can remember where I put it. I didn't put it back where I had it before. Oh crikey, what did I do with that? I can't remember what I've done with it. I usually have it in a specific place and I don't know where I've put it this time. I've used it recently. Okay, the big press it is then. Right, a pussycat. So I'm going to ink up this pussycat. I'm going to have to move these up there. I might have to move the whole thing actually. Let's have a look. Put it up there. I just don't want it to move. If I do it on this one corner, it'll be alright. Right, so I'm going to ink up my pussycat. And I'm going to put him, let's have a look, I'm just going to be using this corner like that. So put him on there. A little bit of slippage, but I'm not too worried about that. And he's going to be sitting at the side of her, so I'm going to have him set back a little bit, so his reflection will be a little bit lower. Oh crikey, what's going on? There's noise going on right outside my window. Right, there. So there's the pussycat. And then I will put that back in place. And I'm going to have him so that he's not sitting right in the puddle. He, she, this pussycat will be sitting further back from where she is. So I'm going to have him just away from the puddle there. She's right in it, he's going to be off it. So I'm going to put him there. Like that. I think that's nice and dark enough, don't you? It's come out lovely. Yes, the smaller stamps always do print better than the large ones, to be fair. Especially when they're like big area, like silhouette ones. Let's put that over there. Right, so now we've got to create a puddle. Or, let's have a look. Oh, I've got some dark blue in my palette as it stands. That's good. So what I'll do is, I think I'm going to, don't have to draw a line first. Let's just go with it. Let's just go with it. I use this. This is quite dark. So she's actually in the water. The cat is not. So I need now to paint all that below that line. Perhaps not quite so dark as that, but we'll see. Wet me brush, get me big brush out. Okay. And I've got some a bit darker there as well, so I'm just going to put some darker patches in it as well. Like that. And of course you can still see the purple through as well. So let's get rid of that out of the way. Wipe that up. Give that a quick dry. I will colour our wings in as well, I think. What colour wings shall we have? I can just cut the corners off as well. I do kind of like my rounded corners these days. I swear this thing's going to blow up in my hand one of these days. I think what it is, because you put it down and you pick it up, you put it down and you pick it up, and the cable gets twisted. And eventually that twist is going to pull your wires out, I think. See what I mean? It's doing that. Right, so we're good. That's good. Dry enough, I think. Definitely. We're all good with that. So now we need a little bit of ground underneath this pussycat. Just use a dark, shadowy, I suppose a dark, don't know what colour. Ah, there you go, dark purple. Seeing as we're on a purple background anyway. Could have done him sitting on a mound or something, wouldn't I, rather than it being so flat. There you go. Oh, that bit's dark, I use that. Okay. Bit of ground. A little bit of shadow under the pussycat's bottom. Now we need some white. Let me just cut my corners off. I'm going to reach my thing without disturbing the camera. I like my rounded corners. Oops, that one didn't go in right, did it? There we go. Right. Got them out of the way now, my pair. Okay. Now then. Now, do I use white pen or do I use... I think I'll use the... I think I'm going to use me, what's it? Let me just put a bit of dark paint in there, on there. That would be white as well. Right, where's my fine brush? There it is. I think I'm going to use the bleed proof white for this. If I can get the lid off, she says. Right. So, first of all, there would be a little white bit where she's stepped in, and there would be little bits of white on the edge. A little bit too much paint on my brush. Let's just get rid of some of that. Okay, and then where she stepped, there would probably be a ring around it. Doesn't have to be perfect, like that. Okay, and then we'll put a few little bits of glimmer in the water and movement, because it would wave where she stepped in it. Perhaps even a little bit where the cat's sitting as well. Now, also, I want to highlight her front, I think. Let's do the cat's ears. Her ears. And clearly she's wearing a belt there, and this side would also be highlighted. So we'll show some of that highlighting here as well, just a little bit. The same with the putty cat, and highlight him. Okay, so you've got your reflection there. Now I don't like how that white is very stark line, so I'm just going to use my wet brush, get some of it, take some of the water out, and I'm just going to go over those lines just to try and I don't like that they're so, just don't like that they're too stark. I'm going to make them bleed a little bit. That. Okay. So now we've got this reflection going on. Now I want to colour her wings. Oh, and what I will do as well, before I forget, with a little bit of white, put a little bit of white in this tail. Probably a bit too much in that. Let me just damp that down a bit. Not too much. Not too much, Ange. What are you doing? Make it look fairer. because her tail end would be white, not purple. That's it. Now what I want to do is I want to do her wings, but I'm not sure what colour to do them yet. Let's have a think. What should we use? What's going to go over that purple? I'd like to do them a nice green colour, but should we do pink wings? Should we do this bright pink? See what it look like. Oh, look at that. Nice shocking pink. Oh, I quite like that. Yeah, I quite like that. Let's go with that then. Should have used my bigger brush really, but never mind. I want that bit in the middle to be a little bit darker because she's got a wing overlap there. So it would in fact be darker. Not so much here, but so we've got that. Oh, hang on, I've missed a bit under there, look. Right, that's that. Right, I'll tell you what I did miss as well. I didn't put a little bit of outlining down there. Or on her tail. Or on her other arm, in fact. I didn't do very well there at all, did I? And clearly she's wearing a belt on that one. So I'm going just to refine some of these lines. Okay, I think that's about got that. Yeah. So I'm going to put some white in her wings now. Just going to follow some of these patterns. that main shine to be on those edges of the wings. Okay. Okay. It's just something I've always done. Normally your wings would be darker there, but I've always done it in white. Like so. Could add a bit of pink on top of that, I dare say. That's made it disappear, hasn't it? That was a complete waste, wasn't it? Do that all again now. Just trying to get the pink to blend in with it, so I thought it'd make it look a bit darker, but it didn't. It didn't work. I'll do that bit black actually. Let's do that. Refill that piece of body in. I've just done white, shouldn't be white, but there you go. I think that's about right. Right, so now I think we need some splashes, don't we? This is going to be trickier, so I've got to be very careful how I do these. If I use the thingy brush, if I use the fan brush, I think it will give me too much. So let's want them mainly around by her feet. Some in the water. That's about it. Try and make it look like it's reflecting. There you go. We've got splashes as well. And I think I'm going to call it there before I ruin it. I don't like that the border is just very blank, so I think I'm going to go round it with this Villainous Potion ink. Where's my purple blending brush? There it is. I'm going to use this just to create a darker edge. Bring it all in together. This draws your picture in together. Just pulls everything together. Let's get rid of some of that white off there. Hang on a sec. I don't want that going back onto it. There you go. So I'm just blending that ink onto the edges of the paper. I just find it pulls everything. There we go, that's better. It pulls everything in and it makes the highlights, the lighter background, stand out more, which makes her stand out more. I need to clean that off before I put my card on the table. Right, so now I'm going to glue that to that. Broad around the edge than I really wanted now, but never mind, that's fine. A nice broad edge. Using my Cosmic Shimmer glue. I just find this to be a good one. It's not too wet, not too wet. I don't like wet glue that's too wet. It makes your card or your paper all crinkle up when you place it down. It dries with crinkles in it. You don't get that with this. There we go. And then that, I've got that on level, slightly on the skew. I think it's moved a bit. Take a little bit of that off. Because I had to take some of the white off, it means me border's a little bit wider as well. So just chamfering that little bit off there. And then that can get glued to there. Do it nearer to the top than the bottom because I want to leave a space to put my pussycat sentiment. So that's all glued in place. And I shall now ink up my sentiment, which says, I love my cat to the moon and back. And I'm just going to dump that on there. And jobs are good in. There you go. So we've got some nice textures in the background there. You can just about see the mesh. You've got the pink and the purple showing through. You can see the texture from the bath scrunchie. and the splashes as well. The pink splashes as well, so a good bit of texture going on in the background. I'm quite happy with that. I think that's come out quite nice. So there you go, people. Quite a simple card really. It took a long time to do it, but it's simple things. Just pull things that you've got around the house. Make your backgrounds interesting. Use almost anything that you can find in your house. So there you go. I do hope you enjoyed this demo, and I will see you next time. Take care, my lovelies. Bye for now.